Hi everybody, this is Natasha Wilkinson, your independent Scentsy consultant from Mount Isa, Australia. Look what arrived on my door today. So this is my Scentsy club. Well, actually the Scentsy club for this particular Scentsy club is in my husband's name, because if you've seen my previous Scentsy Club subscriptions, I'm a categorizer, so I have various Scentsy clubs in different accounts at various frequencies, so I can keep my bars categorized into summer, winter, and I guess you could call these. In this one are more bars that I typically warm in my bedroom. They're bars that I will use all year round. There are a few bars that I probably warm in more than just my bedroom. So this is kind of my all year round club. Originally, this was on a quarterly subscription like my other subscriptions. But when I did my Scentsy Club edit, I changed it to a bi-monthly. The reason I changed it to a bi-monthly was I was getting some bars that I had two of. I wanted to downgrade it to one, but I didn't want to lose the amounts of bars I was getting in that year. So one of the perks of Scentsy Club is that once a bar is discontinued, you can always get your favorite bar even once it's discontinued. If you have it in your Scentsy Club subscription, Scentsy will continue to make it for you forever and ever, or until you pull it out of your subscription, basically. But the only downside is once it's locked off, once it's no longer available, you cannot change the amount of bars you have. You can go down in quantity, but you can't go up in quantity. But my way around that is, one thing that you can do is that you can change the frequency. So if you have a club coming once every quarter, you would be getting, and you have one bar, say, of a particular scent in there, because it comes once every 3 months, you're getting one bar, 3, 6, 9, 12. If you don't skip a shipment in a year, you would be getting 4 bars in a year. If you have it coming every 2 months, then that one bar, you'd be getting 6 bars every year, because that bi-monthly one then becomes every 2 months. So you get your shipment every 6 times in a year if you don't skip a shipment of that month. If you have it coming every month and you're getting 1 bar every month, then you're going to get 12 bars a year. So that's kind of my way around deleting a bar that I didn't really want to delete, because I wanted to save a little bit of money but still have the same amount. So when it was in my quarterly, I generally skip one of my quarterlies in the year. So I was having 2 bars come in my quarterly, 2, 4, 6, so I would be getting 6 bars a year. Now that I've moved it into bi-monthly, if I don't skip, I will still be getting 6 bars, even though it's only 1, if that makes sense. So this is now this is my long story time with me, I guess you could say. My long way of explaining that my quarterly for my husband's name with my all year round scents is in a bi-monthly, and a lot of the ones that I was coming, I thought I would use more frequently anyway that weren't coming, so it just allowed me to kind of up the frequency of locked bars a little bit. So let's delve into what there is. So for those of you who do not know what Scentsy Club is our auto ship or subscription program. It costs absolutely nothing to join. All you're paying for is the cost of the products. Costs absolutely nothing to leave. There's no locking contract, nothing like that. Has some amazing perks, one of them being always get my bar if you fall in love with a scent that's no longer available, if you have it in your club before it is no longer available, you will continue getting it. So that's what my Scentsy clubs mainly have, is always get my bar and then it's half price item, which is another perk. So here in Australia at $51, once your club hits $51. Now, Scentsy Clubs is for all your consumables, not just bars. You can't put warmers in there, you can't put buddies in there, but you're not going to want a warmer every month or every 3 months, the same warmer anyway. It is for products that you use up, like your laundry, your oils, your pods, or your consumables. So, once your club hits $51, you get 10% off your whole order. So if you're not hosting your own party, this is probably your best possible way of saving on consumable products. I mean, for me, a tub of washer whiffs cost me $51. So one tub of washer whiffs will automatically get me 10% off in Scentsy Club. So why wouldn't I pay $45 instead of $51? The next perk is once it reaches $101, you get a half price item. Now, you can choose anything as your half price item, but what I love is it also gives you the option to choose the whiff box as your half price item. And this is the only way you can get your whiff box at half price. Now, our whiff box is a monthly mystery box that Scentsy do up, which would generally cost you $51, and it contains usually up to and over $51 of product. So that's generally what my half price item is, the whiff box. You will have to wait for the next video to see what's in August's whiff box. So I always do a separate video with the whiff box, but that's my half price item. I know it's going to have at least $51 of product, if not more in it, and I only paid $25 for it. But if this is something that appeals to you that you would like monthly, even if you don't have $100 in your Scentsy Club, if you pop this in your Scentsy Club instead of buying it straight out right on the website, you will automatically get 10% off. So you can still get this for $45 through Scentsy Club. So that will be looked at in a different video. Let's delve into what else is in my Scentsy Club that now comes bi-monthly. So, as I said, for me, a lot of these scents in here I really love to warm in my bedroom. There are a few that I warm in other rooms, but they're scents that I use all year round. So, the first one I'm going to talk about is musk sticks. Now, this was an exclusive bar to Scentsy Club 2 Bring Back My Bars ago now, and I haven't yet tried it. I kept shifting it from club to club because I did want to try it while it was still available to do that until it locked off. And then I think I then merged it to the bi-monthly, and because it became a quarterly to a bi-monthly and a new club, I was able to skip a shipment, so I skipped that shipment. So this is the first time of me trying musk sticks. So for those of you in other regions who don't know what musk sticks are, it's a confectionery lolly here in Australia, and it's very powdery, sugary, sweet at the same time, and they're like a hard little stick. I might see if I can find a picture and insert what they look like. And I think from memory, the scent notes in here contained musk and rose, and I generally really like musk scents. So let's see. So it doesn't smell quite like the lolly. The lolly to me smells a lot more fairy floss, sugary sweet, but I get a lot of that powdery note you get in the lolly, and I think I'm getting the rose. I can smell the rose in this, which is adding to that powderiness, but I'm also getting a very deep musk. So this is probably not going to stay in my Scentsy club based on cold smell. I like it, but it's not club worthy for me, to be honest with you. It's something I'd probably enjoy, and I think I just prefer a lot of other musky, perfumey scents a lot more. But I always like to try scents I've never tried, and I do know this, well, it was a popular one because it did get voted back as a Bring Back My Bar exclusive to Scentsy Club. So for it to get up to that stage, it is quite a popular one to smell. So the next ones, now these next three I'm going to show you. To me, these are ones I probably warm in my bedroom more as the weather's warmer. So for me, my bedroom, I love those romantic, musky, perfumey, woodsy scents. But the woodsy scents kind of, to me, can be quite heavy, and something I probably enjoy more through the winter months. In the summer months, I still want that romantic, musky, perfumey vibe, but I probably then steer towards, in the summer, more of the cotton candy, musky, florally vibes, because they're just a little bit brighter, a little bit lighter, but still giving that romantic, comforting vibe that I really like in my bedroom. So these are very similar scents, but different at the same time. And I probably don't need all three of these scents, to be honest with you, but I'm just having a hard time deciding what one I like better for the bedroom. So the first one, Pink Haze. So this has like that sugary, musky mix with a fruity berry scent. And it goes usually as soon as this Scentsy Club comes. So I don't see myself deleting Pink Haze out any time soon. So the next one, which is very similar, but I still enjoy it just as much and is a great mixer, is Sugar. So this is cotton candy, and it has lemon drops, and it still has that perfumey vibe as well. Now the lemon drops, I feel you don't smell, but it kind of just brightens it up a little bit when it's warming. And this has been likened to pink sugar perfume. I've never actually smelled Aquilina's pink sugar perfume, to be honest with you, but I really do enjoy this bar. They're just very girly, perfumey bars. Now, before these came back in a Bring Back My Bar, what my go-to sugary, musky, perfumey scent was catching these shut eyes. So if I were to delete any of these out of my Scentsy Club, it would probably be this one, and I think having it at a higher frequency bi-monthly, this will eventually go once I get a few of them, because I don't reach for this as much as I reach for the other two. So this is Fuzzy Peach and Jasmine. So it's a little bit more softer, a little bit more perfumey over the cotton candy type sugary scent that you can pick up from Sugar and Pink Haze. So as I said, one I probably warm more in summer, but I don't reach for it as much as I do Sugar and Pink Haze. So if I had to choose between my girly, perfumey, musky, romantic scents, I'm guessing Shut Eye would be the one that would go before these other two. So the next scents we're going to talk about, now these are ones I probably warm winter, summer, all year round in the bedroom. This is one I recently downgraded from 2 to 1, and that is Love Story. So this is heavy on the amber note. You get that perfume, romantic, soft, heady amber, and then it's got jasmine and dark chocolate. So the jasmine just adds this beautiful sweet note to this, and that dark chocolate, you don't smell chocolate. So if you're scared of chocolate scents, you're not going to smell chocolate, to be honest with you. But what I feel personally the chocolate does in Love Story is it just adds this rich depth to that sweet heady amber note that comes through from the jasmine and amber. Absolutely, I love this. I've got none left at the moment, so I kind of kicked myself in the butt once I downgraded this to 2, which is what prompted me, as I said, to then change my frequency to bi-monthly, so at least I'd still be getting roughly the same amount of bars as I had when I had it at 2 bars. And the next one, this is also one I've toyed with whether to keep in my club or not, and that is Life's from the Life's a Garden collection, Lavender and Violet. Now the reason I toy with this is there always is a few lavender scents in our catalogue, and a lot of collections coming through lately. Not every collection coming through, but a lot of the collections coming through tend to get lavender as a scent and throw us a lavender scent once in a while. So I'm like, do I really need a lavender scent in my Scentsy club? And then I go and warm this and I'm like, I can't delete it. At some stage I might, if I, again, it's not one I reach for as frequently as I do the others, but it's just such a pretty bedroom scent and a pretty lavender scent because it's got that floral, but it's also got, I think, a marshmallow note in this. So it's not coming through as herbal lavender. It's a very sweet, soft, almost vanilla-y lavender. And it's so, so pretty. And I just really enjoy warming that in my bedroom. So, now, the next lot of bars, I am going to talk about are bars that I warm in any room of the house. I will warm them in the bedroom, in the lounge room. They're just my go-to staple bars all year round. So, the first one is Mistress of Evil from the Villains collection. And this is plum, I think the scent notes were Satsuma plum, blood orange, and gardenia. Again, this isn't one that I smell the gardenia in. What I smell when I smell this is just a beautiful, sweet, rich, fruity plum. Love it by itself in my bedroom. Love it as a mixer in the lounge room. And it's one of those scents that's deep enough and rich enough that can be enjoyed in winter, but bright enough and fruity enough that can also be enjoyed in summer. Because for me, I am a seasonal melter as opposed to a mood melter. So the next one, and this is another reason why I changed this to bi-monthly. I wasn't getting enough of this scent every quarterly. It was one that I was using as soon as it came. I did have a little bit of a stock up at the beginning of when I started using this. So this is my transition scent from autumn, and then I warm it from autumn all the way through winter and all the way through spring. Probably the only time I don't warm it is summer, and that is Jack's Obsession. So this is a cider scent, but it has a green apple in it as opposed to other apples. So it's a very bright cider with just that small amount of cinnamon and spice that just makes this scent addictive. And as I said, it's bright enough that I can enjoy while the weather's transitioning from one climate to the other, and not too heavy, so I can enjoy it in those transition months. As I said, the only time I probably don't warm it is in the depth of the summer when it's really, really hot. But it gets warmed 9, 10 months out of the year. So, and I get one every quarter, which, well, I was getting one every quarter. So now I'm getting one every bi-monthly. I'll get it a little bit more frequently, which means I can enjoy it a little bit more frequently. I think at the beginning of my transition, when I started warming this, I had stocked up something like 10 of them because I brought a bunch of them when it was last available. I do believe it's coming out later in the year too, so I will be definitely stocking up more on this. I may even up the frequency on this. I think it's closer to Christmas they will be bringing this scent out, but I'm not 100% sure on that one. So the last bars I'm going to talk about, and I am so sad about these bars, but happy I can still get them because I always get my bars. So normally we've just started a new catalogue, and it's our spring summer catalogue. And normally with our spring summer catalogue, one scent that comes every season is Silver Bells. They retired it officially here in Australia. We can no longer get Silver Bells. It was our tried and true minty scent, you may as well say. It's sweet, it's beautiful. It's candy cane and pears, and there's like caramel brown sugar note to it as well. But to me, it's just this bright, fresh, sweet, minty smell that I fall in love with year in, year out. Now, normally I would put one every quarter in my Scentsy Club. I don't know, something was niggling at me when our catalogue changed over from the spring summer season last year to the autumn winter season to add more in my Scentsy Club. And I'm glad that that something was niggling at my mind. I don't know what it was, but something was telling me you need more than one every few months, because it didn't come back, which means it didn't come out of my Scentsy Club. And another reason I changed my Scentsy Club from quarterly to bi-monthly, so I could get 2 of these every bi-month. So that will give me 12 bars a year to enjoy of this beautiful, beautiful scent. And this is one that I could warm all year round, to be honest. I prefer minty scents over citrusy scents when I'm wanting to clean the air or freshen the air. And this is one I would quite frequently reach for. And it's one scent, this and Arctic Kiss, to be honest with you. And you combine those two scents, they're fantastic together as well. But this and Arctic Kiss, to me, are 2 scents that I would quite happily, if I was told you can only have one scent in your house, you can't warm any other scent at the same time, I would quite happily just grab a bunch of these bars and go from the kitchen through to the lounge room, through to the bathroom, through to the laundry, through to the bedroom, that I could just run through the house. I mean, I'd go through quite a few bars doing that, the amount that I warm. For the lounge room and open concept area alone, I normally use 2 bars. So that's the other reason I kind of did 2 bars coming, because if I want to warm this in my open concept area, I'm going to need 2 bars. So that was my Scentsy Club. I hope you enjoyed having a sneak peek into my Scentsy Club, or my bi-monthly Scentsy Club. I keep going to call it my quarterly, but it's not my quarterly. This is my bi-monthly Scentsy Club, scents I warm all year round. So I'm not going to, I guess, get a big stock of these, because I do use them all year round. So I'm quite happy having a little bit more of a frequent basis than quarterly. The only ones I might potentially get a stock up of now being bi-monthly would be Shut Eye and Lavender Violet, and if that happened, I would just delete them out of my Scentsy Club. But the rest I'm probably going to stay in my Scentsy Club for a while yet. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I look forward to speaking to you again. My next video, we're going to open that fabulous Swift box. Until then, stay safe and bye for now.